Yo, what is good, YouTube? I'm finally back with another video. My name is Josh, aka JWO. Today, this is gonna be a very interesting video in terms of my experience right now. This should be in general to most people who are struggling to make new friends and shit. So basically, this video is talking about how people who struggle to make friends, especially in the college setting specifically. So let me show you that video too.
People who don't have friends are often misunderstood, not broken, not awkward, and definitely not the problem. The truth is, social life can feel heavier, more
1000%. Yeah. Especially when you transfer from that good college, like, for example, from party school to just a good school, from good school back to your hometown. Yes, it can be exhausting as well.
exhausting and more complicated than it does for most people. If you've spent years struggling to build or maintain friendships, it's not because something is wrong with you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Not because something's wrong with you. I don't know. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know, bro. It just sometimes you won't know it's a fake friend, right? I've dealt with fake friends since high school and college, so it's nothing new to me anyway, bro. You know what I mean?
There are real psychological reasons behind it, and they go deeper than most people realize. One, you can't stand fake people.
Yep, I hate fake people, and I still deal with fake people ever since. Especially if it's a female friend. So especially me making, you know, especially having female friends, right? I mean, of course, I like female friends, right? Like they're nice, chill. I mean, some, but most they can be fake too. You gotta be really, you gotta be careful. I mean, of course, y'all don't have to listen to my explanation, right? It's just based on experience. You know what I mean?
Think about it. How many times have you forced a smile during a conversation, silently wishing it would end? People who struggle to make friends often notice insincerity immediately. Gossip, manipulation, fake personalities. Your brain sees it all. Research shows that as we become more self aware, our tolerance for inauthentic behavior drops dramatically. You'd rather be alone than spend another minute pretending to enjoy shallow conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I realize being alone is good, but at the same time, for me though, at the same time, you gotta do your best to make new friends, things like that, just to get along with people before you even graduate college, right? For example, if you have your last semester, but you still don't have like good friendship group and shit, right? You still have time to semester, but keep in mind this is like your last time in college, right? For example, for your last semester before you graduate, right? Like it's like for me, I want to enjoy every single thing in college, meeting friends, especially female friends because they're more outgoing, the vibes is good. You know what I mean? It depends on the personality. I always analyze personality. I always analyze personality. That's very important to me as well. If I don't fuck with their energies, things like that, going side quests, late night drives, going shopping, all that shit, you know what I mean? Doing what females like, you know what I mean? You gotta do your best to do that too. Like, of course, I don't mind doing that. We all go shopping, things like that. Not just that late night drive, side quests. Definitely all that. Definitely, long as we do that, of course that's fine, right? But yeah, it can be tough to make new friends at times, you know.
Most social circles are full of people who smile to your face, but talk behind your back. Your brain picks up on subtle manipulation, hidden agendas, and dishonesty almost instantly. That's why your circle stays small. Not because you dislike people, but because you value your peace and emotional energy.
Absolutely.
You've probably seen friends or coworkers who seem friendly, but are exhausting to be around. For you, being authentic is non-negotiable. If someone can't meet you there, it's better they aren't in your life at all. 2. You crave real connection, not small talk. Have you ever been in a room full of people and felt completely invisible? That's because shallow conversations don't engage your mind. You want to talk about ideas, feelings, life purpose, and dreams, not what's up. Small talk feels like a waste of energy because your mind is wired to seek depth. You don't just want people around, you want people who feel like home. And until you find that, silence often feels safer than pretending to connect. This can be painful. You see people forming casual bonds easily while you struggle, but it's not laziness or social ineptitude. It's that you're wired for meaningful interactions, and those are rare. 3. You overthink every social interaction. Do you replay conversations in your head hours, even days later? People who struggle to make friends often have highly active minds. You analyze what you said, how it was received, and whether it left the right impression.
Yeah, yeah. If I don't fuck with their energy, I don't engage. I just walk away.
Psychology shows that individuals with high self awareness can become hyper-conscious in social situations. Instead of relaxing, your brain is evaluating every tone, gesture, and expression. This overthinking creates pressure, making even casual conversations exhausting. You're not avoiding friends. Your mind just never stops analyzing. For you assume others won't understand you. Many people who struggle to make friends have lived with the feeling of being different their whole life. Your humor, interests, or way of thinking might not match those around you. Psychologists call this social incongruence, when your personality doesn't align with your environment. Because of this, you often choose distance over risk, not because you're antisocial, but because you've rarely felt truly understood. 5. You're independent, and that's a strength.
Yep.
Some people mistake independence for loneliness, but you've learned to entertain yourself, solve problems alone, and find comfort in your own mind.
Yep. And I've done that. I done that ever since. Ever since being alone, most of the time, especially in college. Especially in college. I mean, I still talk with female friends once in a while. I mean, but it's not the same, right? Like it's not like we have a group chat that they'll like texting me like one like Josh want to pull up to this party, frat party, blah 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 blah. Right? I never had those type of friends like that. Never. Never. I never had those type of friends like that. You know what I mean? Like like group chats, things like that. Always like, or female friend be texting me like, wanna hang today, wanna hang tomorrow, are you available tomorrow, things like that. No girl ever said that to me. Never. That shows me a lot in a person. That shows me a lot. In terms of being friends with her, things like that, for example. She did not show that to me at all. And yeah. I hate those type of people like that.
Psychology calls this low social dependency. You rely on internal validation rather than seeking constant approval or attention. This doesn't make you cold, it makes you strong. You'd rather wait for the right people than compromise yourself for the sake of fitting in. That's why your circle is small, not empty. 6. Past rejection made you cautious. Have you been hurt before?
Yep, and I've been hurt before in one. I'll call only one relationship because I only been in one relationship and she cheated on me. That's the difference.
People who struggle to make friends often carry invisible scars, being left out in childhood, betrayed by someone trusted, or surrounded by people who didn't value them. Once trust is broken, your brain becomes protective. You hesitate, withdraw, and observe before giving access to your life.
Yep, and that is what I have done too. I observe and just be cautious what's going on because as me being cheated on before, and I'm still careful. I mean, I still talk to female friends, things like that. It's just I'm more cautious about that too, and things like that. Or they're using, yeah, you know what I mean, using you for money, man. I will know right away if a girl be doing that. You know what I mean?
You're not closed off, you're careful. Not everyone deserves a place in your world, and you've learned to set a high bar for trust. 7. Social interactions drain you faster than others. Do you feel exhausted after a conversation that seemed effortless for others? That's because your nervous system is more sensitive. Even simple social interactions require processing tone, body language, context, and emotions all at once. While extroverts gain energy from being around people, your social battery depletes faster. That's why alone time isn't just nice, it's essential.
Yeah.
8. Fear of judgment holds you back. You want to be funny, confident, and likable, but the pressure to appear perfect often makes you freeze. Fear of negative evaluation is a major reason people withdraw socially. You're not avoiding connection, you're avoiding embarrassment, rejection, or letting people see your vulnerable side.
Yeah. And that's what I've done, just be alone most of the time. I've done solo dates before going to like some restaurants or like, you know what I mean, go to like anywhere really. Just a nice restaurant or just a decent restaurant. Because me personally, I'm not Because me personally, I'm not too much of a. I mean, of course, I like high-end food, right? Like, who would spend that much money, right? Like Olive Garden, IHOP, or just any family-owned restaurant, things like that. I have huge respect for those restaurants, and I sometimes go there if I ever have time and go on a solo date, things like that. So yeah.
And that's human. Many of the most loyal friends are the ones who've learned this lesson first. 9. You have a rich inner world. All of these traits, overthinking, depth, sensitivity, independence, might make friendship harder to find. But they also mean you live in a richer inner world than most people.
I'm a different guy now, right? Do you know why I really said that? I'm an entrepreneur myself. And most of them are average people. They will put me down, and absolutely true on that one. Especially average people versus me as an entrepreneur, right? And then versus me as an entrepreneur versus another entrepreneur, it's different, right? Like we'll definitely get along, right? So understand that, like average people versus like 100 average people versus me an entrepreneur. I have a different brain than them, right? Huge difference. Huge difference.
You notice details, think deeply, and feel intensely. When you do form friendships, they are rare, meaningful, and lasting. Here's the bottom line. Struggling to make friends doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means your mind works differently, with more depth, sensitivity, and awareness than most people realize. You feel deeply. You think deeply. You connect deeply. And deep people rarely find friendships instantly. But when they do, those friendships last a lifetime.
Yep.
Sometimes the people who struggle the most socially end up being the friends everyone wishes they had.
Oh yeah. I mean, I never got to that point yet in terms of being friends in my friend group and things like that. I mean, I'm an outgoing guy, right? People, whoever knows me very well, I'm a definitely outgoing type of guy. But it just once there's boundaries to this, right? And if they really push my boundaries, it's a huge difference. Like you know, what I mean, you gotta understand that. This is like how to make friends in college universities, right? This is the article I found, right? How to make friends and get a social life, a place to meet people, things like that. Of course, I will not trust that place to meet people. I will not trust that. Sometimes, though, right? Put yourself in the place where potential friends are, and then meet and talk to them. Of course, you gotta talk to them, make new friends, things like that. Take initiative to hang out. Absolutely, that is what I've done too. Make like taking the this take having a conversation with them to hang out, things like that. Especially female friends. It's mostly I like female friends more than guy friends. I mean, I can care less if I don't have guy friends. I can care less about that. It's just about the female friends too, right? Keep making plans to hang out with people you get along with, right? And see where the friendship goes. I do my best to do that with the best efforts of me being friends with them, right? Like I fuck with their energy, but like if she doesn't fuck with my energy, like I do my best to match everyone's energy, right? It just depends on the energy and things like that. Find potential friends, making friends during the first few weeks, things like that. And it can feel, yeah, nervous, awkward, and overwhelming in the early days. Possible you could find anything easier than you thought it would be. Yeah, and see, you can get to know people before your school year actually starts. Exactly, like orientation, college orientation, things like that. Yeah, don't feel you have to force yourself to. Yeah, you don't. For me, I don't force myself to do that. It depends on the energy, obviously. Yeah, of course. Try to get familiar with the campus. Yep. When you transfer getting started with new college. Yep. You get familiar with the campus. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes it can be tough to make new friends, especially in college setting too. Some people are fake, right? Oh yeah, especially if you live at home or off campus, trying to hang around campus as much as you can, right? But yeah, it's just in general stuff, right? Play the numbers game, get tag along with groups to go to events alone, which I've done, going to most of the events alone. Yeah, but yeah, it's tough. But thank you so much for watching this channel. Yeah, don't use your schoolwork as just yeah. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.